Hey guys, welcome back to KB Wrestling. We're going to get into some of the Vince McMahon stuff. We're not going to get into everything that was explicitly said in this, that, or the other thing. But as you know, at the Royal Rumble, there's a press conference about the Royal Rumble itself, and reporters got to ask the wrestlers, Triple H, questions. Cody got asked first about the Vince McMahon accusations and stuff going on, and this is what Cody said. He said, "Great question. I know as far as the news is concerned, we were finding it out and reading the same thing that you guys are reading." And he said, "A dark cloud, certainly. As far as TKO, Nick Khan, and the board clearly took it very, very seriously, acted immediately, and looking at the future, I don't know the answer to that. And I think is somewhere is really probably a basic tenet of just this crew more than ever from a roster standpoint is very family. Never seen anything like this. Most of the time, wrestling locker rooms are fighting, talking trash, making fun of each other, sandbagging each other in the ring, and all that nonsense. This crew is very team-based, and perhaps that's the ingredient. That's the ingredient is everyone looking out for everyone. Obviously, sorry. Obviously, as more news comes out, we'll be seeing it just like you do too." So, Cody Rhodes said all the wrestlers, everyone backstage was getting the news at the same time we were, which is believable because why would the talent have anything to do with this unless you're Brock Lesnar? But, yeah, that was Cody's statement. I thought he handled that very well, and I think it was a great answer by Cody Rhodes. And then we get to Triple H, where two reporters asked him the same question, basically asked about the lawsuit against Vince McMahon, and Triple H, he was there. This was him the whole time at the press conference, Royal Rumble press conference, and this is what Triple H said. He was basically just saying how he wants to focus on the positive, which is the new Netflix deal, Royal Rumble, everything, all the money that they just got from the deal with Netflix, the Royal Rumble going off and doing well. And he was like, I don't want to focus on that. I'm going to be he pretty much said he's going to do what we expect him to do, and he just avoided the questions. He said he's moving on from the negative and he wants to focus on the positive. He said that like 3 times. It reminded me of Bill Belichick. If you guys know how Bill Belichick does interviews, it kind of reminded me of that. And he also went on to say he was talking about Jordan Grace, who came in from TNA and went to the Royal Rumble. And instead of saying the term Forbidden Door, which Tanahashi and Tony Khan used regularly for when cross-promoting with AEW and New Japan, TNA, and stuff like that, he said, I'm not going to talk about doors that people walk through or use any of those cliches because I find it silly and stupid. So Triple H called the Forbidden Door silly and stupid, and I find that kind of ironic because Tanahashi is the one that coined the term, and he's also trying to pick up free agents from New Japan and have a working relationship with New Japan, but he just called the president's term stupid and silly. So Triple H kind of avoided the questions, which he said he was going to do. Now people have some backlash about that, and fire Triple H. I agree. If you're gonna get Vince McMahon out, which he did, you gotta fire his cronies too, his lackeys, stuff like that. But Triple H, at the time these things were going on, between 2019 and 2022, Triple H was out with heart trouble and he was quite literally fighting for his life. So I'd say stop the hate there, because how would he know what's going on when he was literally out on his deathbed, basically? So Triple H avoided the question, called the Forbidden Door stupid and silly, and yeah, he got asked about Vince too. His response wasn't as well received as Cody's, but we'll digress and move on. Now more on Vince McMahon. If Janelle grants, the person making these accusations and allegations against Vince McMahon, if Janelle Grant's lawsuit advances pre-trial, Discovery could expose WWE leaders and former leaders to damaging revelations via testimony and publication of old emails and texts. So if this trial advances past pre-trial, all this could happen. All of WWE could get exposed. Vince McMahon already getting exposed, and all these allegations could shed more light if it advances past the pretrial, which, like I said, I'm not going to get into it too much into detail about what was happening with Vince. If I do, it'll be a different video at a different time. But, yeah, if it advances past the pretrial, it could expose a lot in WWE, and it could be for better or for worse. And like Triple H said, he wants to move past the negatives and stay on the positives. Well, I'm a firm believer. They got Vince McMahon out. And I'm not going to say anything about if I think the stuff he did is true or not until after maybe a court, like they're saying there, pre-trial. Maybe if it advances past that and when that's all said and done, maybe I'll comment on it. But I am a firm believer since they did get rid of Vince, he resigned, you have to cut out everyone else that he was close with like that, because you're not going to have any change if you don't gut the company from within and get out the people that knew what was going on, if that really was going on, and people close to Vince. Because Ronda Rousey even tweeted out saying Bruce Pritchard was the main way that Bruce Pritchard, who's always in Gorilla and doing creative with Triple H, stuff like that, was the way Vince McMahon was able to stay in the company without being there when he left the first time, because he was just going through Bruce Pritchard. So there's a lot going on, and here's even more stuff going on. Gunther vs. Brock Lesnar was planned for WrestleMania, and this is from WrestleMania. But Brock Lesnar vs. Gunther was planned for WrestleMania, but with all the allegations going on, because Brock Lesnar was named during them, we're probably not going to get this now. Which, I don't know if it would have been for the Intercontinental title, or maybe taking it off Gunther and then have a one-on-one. I don't know how they would have done it, but I think it would have been a banger of a match. But I understand why they aren't doing much stuff with Brock Lesnar right now, because, again, the allegations. Also, reportedly, we were supposed to have this match in Perth, Australia, at Elimination Chamber, Brock Lesnar versus Dominic Mysterio. Again, probably not going to happen now because of all the allegations, but the plan was at the Royal Rumble was how Braun Breaker was there. He took Brock Lesnar's spot, reportedly, and he got eliminated by Dom Mysterio. Dom was supposed to eliminate Brock that way, and so instead of it being Brock, he did it to Braun. Braun eliminated all the people Brock was supposed to eliminate, and he did what Brock was supposed to do in the Rumble, including getting eliminated by Dominic Mysterio. So my question is, are we going to get Braun Breaker versus Dom? Will Braun be called up for more than just Rumble? I don't know, but this is all stuff we were supposed to get, and Brock was supposed to be back at the SmackDown before the Royal Rumble, but again, allegations, and the Royal Rumble, he did not appear, it was not there, and this stuff, including the Gunther match at WrestleMania that we're reportedly going to get, probably is not going to happen anytime soon until these allegations and stuff blow over and have more of a finalization of what's going on, because obviously there's a lot, and it's bad. If you guys look it up, you guys will see it, of what's going on and why Brock hasn't been back, and what's reportedly supposed to be back, but that changed. So with all that said, please like, share, and subscribe, guys. Too sweet, you guys are amazing, and just take everything with a grain of salt. Like I said with that other post before this one, if it moves past the pre-trial, we're going to get a lot of stuff happening. So just wait and see, and it might be a very long time before we have Brock Lesnar back with WWE, if at all, or UFC, because they're owned by the same company now, TKO. So with that said, you guys are amazing, too sweet. Remember, guys, stay drama free.